This is a brief real estate tour of the property of George Hensler down at the end of Stable Road. It is the carriage house slash cottage slash garage located at 602. All right, we are through the gates, and right now we are oriented pretty much due north across the driveway. In the direction that we will be moving, there's your compass heading. Come on back. All right. Entrance from Sprecklesville, Stable Road. This is the first driveway on the right as you're coming into the property. Pretty much a single lane asphalt drive, nicely landscaped down to the subject property. In the distance is a house on the next piece of land out in there. And here we are where the driveway opens into the carriage house, as yet unpaved. I understand there will be some sort of stone wall treatment along here. And the same may be true around this corner as well, looking back out towards the main entrance. So here's the end of the carriage house facing the driveway. And here we are facing the building dead on towards the ocean, like that there. That's the subject entryway. And if you continue on around, you come to a circle and the garage side of the carriage house. Facing the airport, probably saw a takeoff there. And you can see on the left side of the frame in the distance the other house on this property. And this is the opening to the back of the carriage house that I imagine would have stone wall construction involved. Now facing the ocean. So I think those are the details I can give you on the opening into the backside of the carriage house. And up this little path you can see the propane tank, which is identified on the blow up of the TMK that I got. And you can see the carriage house right side of the frame. Soon to be paved area, back of the carriage house, and the 3 garage door openings that mark the front entryway to this building. It's a big lauhala tree that's in the center of the circle outside the carport. Lots of old landscaping here. This is a view of the house next door on the circle. The ocean is out that direction, and there's the orientation of the carriage house to the circle. And if you continue this way, you're on the road back out to the main gate. The opening in the rock wall here would be the beginning of the pathway to the house on the ocean, and the entry to the carriage house down there by the hose, sort of hidden. George indicated he'd like to have some details of the garage doors and also of the gingerbread that's up in the eaves here. So let's go up and take a look at that. You can see how these details work around the corner here. And then on down around the roof at the end of the building. And up above the stone wall there into that beam. There's a detail of the shingles where they're layered up on the roof. And a detail of the stone and the beam and the union of these moldings, decorative pieces. That's the front entrance to the carriage house lanai. A little tight. We're going to continue along this wall now. The entryway to the building along the lanai. You can see there's landscaping here that sets the ocean side of the carriage house off from the main house. We're back out to the driveway. Here you can see how the cornice over the garage doors is kind of joined to the rock wall, and some of the detail on the eaves again. And George also wanted some information on these window frames. So here's a look at the window frames. Looks like copper set in the stone. With a copper sill. Both these windows are similar construction. Now we're on the ocean side of the house. You can see the peaked roof of the loft area up there. I can't quite determine what the window frames up there are made out of, but they seem to be screened. And the ones here on the first floor are similar in construction to the ones that I just detailed. Copper sunken stone. And this view is roughly east. That's the logical route to the beach through there. There's a stone wall that circles the lanai. And it is about 3:30 in the afternoon. If you're interested in what time of day is making these various lighting effects. And there you can see through the spider webs the dormer on the second floor that's facing the north. And here's what I take to be the main entrance to the unit, which right now looks down the wall of the building along the trash cans and so on. The pathway from the front entrance to the ocean obviously goes around here, links up with the path next door, and then wanders off around the hedge there towards the beach. This is the north-facing wall. You can see a couple of skylights up in the roof there. This big dormer with the jalousies open, and the front entrance. This detail shows the electric service panels, and then a series of windows that service the garage area, then a set of bedroom windows and the front door. And a detail of this side of the dormer. Window frames are wooden, and then there are two skylights set in the roof, shake shingle roof. And this is a detail of the roof from the driveway entrance side of the unit facing south. Going to do a couple more exterior views and some wide shot orientation views to kind of place this unit on the property, and then we'll go inside. This is the sort of northerly facing portion of the unit, actually looking about west-southwest, and north is to the right, and facing almost due north. You can see the lush landscaping they have around here. This is a view of the third house on the property, but shows the orientation to the circular drive and then over to the carriage house. And you can see from this view there are no dormers, no upstairs events. Now we're obviously at the ocean side of the property. This is the bit of beach associated with this place. It's absolutely gorgeous. And you can see the main house, and then back past those two large forked trees through there, the carriage house. Just over the hammock in the background. This orientation of the unit is pretty much southeast. The ocean is behind me. You can see kites in the air down there at Kite Beach. I'm going to take a look in a garage here in a moment, and we'll go inside. And then down to the garage opening. We might as well take a look inside here. These doors nest with the double side of the garage here. Service panel on the opposite wall, plumbing cut out there as well, and the interior of the two-car garage. All right, now let's take a little interior tour. If I had just gotten out of my vehicle, I'm looking over here at the entryway, which I wish didn't have that hose there, or this corner right here. Round that off. And there's the lanai. We're walking around the lanai, past the kitchen windows, dining room windows, to the front of the house. The front door. So this door lets us into the kitchen in the background, a dining area here in the foreground with the windows out to the lanai. And this brings us through into the kitchen. Which has a big cutout built in with storage above for the refrigerator. Back out to the front door. The dishwasher is here, and the cabinetry is as you see it. From the front entry, you can look past the spiral staircase into a downstairs bedroom, and up you can see the corner of the loft space up above. In the opposite corner of the structure, looking up from the kitchen to the loft space up above. And the doors over there are the laundry on the left and a bathroom on the right. We are now in the downstairs bedroom. It has a large closet with sliding doors and the water heater. And the window to the outside. Cozy space. These two doors we looked at earlier on the left. And on the right, a slider that reveals the bathroom. Throw some light on the subject here. Okay. Now we're looking through the slider at the bathroom sink. Next to it is shower stall stone floor. And then to the left of it is the head. And opposite the shower area is me. Aloha. A large mirror, glass brick into the shower. Now we'll investigate the upstairs. There's a simple gray metal spiral stair that goes up. View down at the main entrance as you're coming up the spiral stairway into the loft area. The loft bedroom back there. To complete the 360, that large glass window we saw from the outside. The jalousie windows, 3 of them, that are in the dormer we saw from the outside. The desk area, and it looks like a computer desk height area. And then here's the loft bedroom. Looking back out of the loft bedroom, there's the view of the upstairs living area. And inside the bedroom, cabinetry, air conditioning safe, skylight, over to master bed, I'm 6 feet tall, and right about here I'm hitting my head on the trusses. There's the bathroom, which has a cute little shower stall. Another mirror. And the necessaries under the other skylight. And this is the view out the upstairs window over the roof to that soon-to-be asphalt parking area. This is the view out the bedroom skylight. That's the view out of the living room triangular shaped window. A view out the jalousied windows, and then the triangular window on the other end of the dormer towards the ocean. And then the view out the inside windows is of the other piece of this property next door, down into the kitchen area and the dining area. And that's pretty much it for the upstairs area. And that is pretty much the inside of the place. Just visiting with Pierre. David. Hey there, gents. And there we go.